Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday, the end of the week. We're here, this is Jim Nelson, Frank Wickel, doing the Norristown Eagles, Lady Eagles game against the Pennridge Rams. And Frank, I just remarked to you that it's quite obvious that Title IX does not impact upon all areas, because here we are up in the stands in a rather primitive method of televising the girls' game.
The girls at Norristown do not get equality with the boys yet. I think we're too far out in the country or something.
Big game, though, Frank, for the Eagles. 0-2, coming off a tough 20-point loss when they were actually in the game to the last minute and opening their league play with Pennridge. Of all the games we've played so far, this is certainly the most important one.
Certainly. This is the first league game for the Eagles, and the two teams they lost to are two of the better teams in the area, Boyertown and Mount St. Joe's. But this is an important game, being their first league game.
Yeah, the Eagles certainly want to get off well, and I know Coach Crutch and the girls themselves had high hopes this year. They really had expected to do a little bit better than they have so far.
I think they really need a win now. Certainly the coach does, I know that.
Yeah, no question. Talking to the girls, they were very disappointed, particularly with the last game. They were trailing by just 3 points with a minute and a half left, took a timeout, and never seemed to really get their act together again after that. And shooting one-on-one, the lead stretched out, finally becoming a 20-point loss. But it was no way indicative of what the game was like.
Well, I think this again shows we have players out there who haven't played together that much, and they're playing teams who have.
Okay, let's turn around, Frank. We'll pick up the starting lineups for Pennridge and for the Eagles. Opening for Pennridge is going to be number 20, Jen Hamilton, number 21, Amber Lee, number 23, Brooke Rickert, number 34, Stacy Tiefenthaler, and number 35, Gigi Kakolowski, who, with a name like that, she really belongs in Paris, I think, rather than here. What do you think? Eagles are going to, I suspect, use their regular starting lineup. Looks that way. It'll be number 11, Jessica Munson, number 34, Tracy DeSanto, number 43, Jen Price, number 20, Melissa Kelly, and number 24, Nancy Strakowski. Once again, probably the most encouraging thing about the Eagles this year is they remain a very young team. Only one senior, Captain Tracy DeSanto, on the team, and a very fine young lady. But I was thinking earlier in watching them warm up, Frank, that the Eagles, Lady Eagles, start 1 9th grader and 2 10th graders. So there's no question that Koch is building for the future. And although it's not like you're giving up this year, he's certainly looking forward to what this team is going to produce a couple years from now.
And Jim, the rumor is we could pick up a really good 9th grader last year. There was a young lady going through our building recently, an 8th grader, looking our school over, who is one of the top CYO players in the area.
Certainly be a welcome addition. You don't suppose they're recruiting, do you, at this level?
Well, she does live in the district.
Oh, okay. We certainly lost, switching to the boys' basketball situation, we certainly lost potentially a very good player who ended up going to Germantown Academy this year instead of coming here.
Oh, yeah. He was, I believe, a 6'7", 8th grader and still growing. Unfortunately, Germantown Academy made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Wish our camera could get a shot of us here, Frank, broadcasting. Our able statistician who made her debut last week, Frisno Gita, is crouched down inside the stands trying to juggle scores. I wonder how long some of these people are going to be sitting next to us, too. Denny Mellish, a teacher's on my right. I bet he can't last more than 10 minutes. And right down in front of me is a parent. You talk about a glutton for punishment, Frank. Not only is she a parent full-time, she was in school today sitting in the classroom following her daughter around some of her classes. So I think, give me 10 minutes. I can usually drive people away in about 10 minutes. We'll see if I can go a little faster today. I think Mellish is getting ready to move already. Okay, I'm sure Koch has his troops ready. This is a game the Eagles have been pointing for. And you want to get off early in the league because I think actually we get a pretty decent break with the league schedule with Central Bucks West and a couple of the teams a little bit later. So opening up. Frank, look down in front of us. Do you suppose this is the new dressing style for the Eagles students? That's E.J. Katagnis, a wrestler who has been hurt. Dan Fazzini's son, basketball fans all. Tip-off controlled by the Eagles. It's Strakowski with the ball, moving up, and she's not going to waste any time. All the way in, got the block. The block by 35, Kokolowski. With the ball, 21, Lee. Goes over to 23, Rickard. 23, Rickard will be on the outside. Kokolowski is 35, 21 is Lee. Loses the ball to Strakowski on the break. With her is Melissa Kelly. Strakowski, however, slows up, looks for Kelly. Kelly and Strakowski on the outside. In the middle is DeSanto. DeSanto on the move. We're going to have a walk. Good call.
The Eagles seem to be playing man-to-man while the Pennridge Rams are playing.
All right, Eagles also going to full court pressure. Kelly right up on the dribbler. Lee breaks the press. Kelly battles her. Lee on the right-hand dribble. On the move. Over to 34, who is Stacy Tiefenthaler. She's ready with a shot up. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Hamilton. Hamilton up. She's got it. It's number 20, Jen Hamilton.
Now the Rams seem to be going to a full court press.
Eagles left-handed layup by Price. Misses. Rebound controlled by the Pennridge Rams. Once again, it's Lee on the left-hand dribble. Eagles in a man-to-man. Somebody's loose, though. Somebody doesn't have a man or woman. We got to get used to this.
Yeah, we got to get used to this, Jim.
Brooke Rickard. I'm sure the generic is okay in this situation. Ball goes into Kokolowski. Kokolowski is their captain. Looks like the foul is going to be on number 35, DeSanto, who shows us 34 on my sheet. Luckily, I know these girls.
Looks like the Rams have an advantage under the boards. They have some tall girls, and they can really get up.
Quick substitution for the Eagles. Number 4, Lardita Rideout coming in for DeSanto. It's Kokolowski on the foul line. She's going to be shooting 2. First Eagles foul. Kokolowski ready. Shots up off the rim. No good.
I think you can put Rideout under there who can push people around and accumulate a few fouls.
I'm sure that's why.
You certainly don't want DeSanto accumulating a few.
No, I'm sure that's why Koch got her in the ball game so quickly, so they can get rebounds. Second shot is up, nothing but net. 6:35 coming up in the opening period, and very quickly the Rams are out to 3-0 lead. Nobody on the Eagles looking as they had a fast break. Ball goes in, Hamilton underneath. She's got up, she's got it. 4 points in the early going for Jen Hamilton. She may be the big gun for Pennridge. Pennridge also coming across with full court pressure. There goes Strakowski. Strakowski with a jumper, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of Hamilton. It's going to be the Lady Eagles ball. High arch on that shot. It's Kelly, Rideout, Price, Strakowski, Munson for the Eagles. Munson number 11 to trigger inbounds. Goes out deep. It's Melissa Kelly, 9th grader. Ball knocked away. Price battling, Kelly battling. Kelly gets possession back. Outside, Strakowski. Pennridge falling into a zone. Looks like it might be a 1-3-1, Frank.
It's hard to
Ball
tell
goes underneath
right
the
now,
Price.
Jim.
Layup, up, no good. Almost. Price fouled.
But I'll tell you, Kelly really has quick hands and is really a ball handler, isn't she?
Foul is on Kokolowski, number 35, her first. It's going to be Price going to the line. Price will be shooting 2. Eagles are down 5-0 here in the early going. Under 6 minutes left in the first period. Foul shots up, off the front of the rim, no good. Ready with a second. Shot is up, no good. Eagles still not on the board yet. Rebound comes off to Rickard. Rickard to Lee, and it's quite clear they want Amber Lee to handle the ball and set up the offense. There goes Hamilton, bounce pass to Tiefenthaler was the one who missed a shot. We have a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Pennridge. It'll be Tiefenthaler to inbound underneath. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton doesn't have the shot. Kelly battles, knocks the ball out of bounds. Pass was aimed to Lee. Tiefenthaler to inbounds down to our right. Eagles fall back in their zone. Looks like a 2-3. Goes the inbound pass coming to Lee. Battling. It's Melissa Kelly, almost stealed. Inbound pass almost stolen away. Saved by Munson. We got a ball up. It is Kelly on the move. Kelly breaking faster. The Rams can't get set up. Munson on the strong move. Going to have a foul outside. It's a reach in. It's an Eagle foul on Strakowski. Must be on setting the pick. I didn't see that. Did you, Frank?
I didn't catch it. Apparently she ran into the other girl, but I didn't.
Pennridge, Lady Eagles using full court pressure. Tiefenthaler on the dribble. We've said this often, Frank. Smart move when you have one of your taller players who can handle the ball. It helps to break the press. It's usually not expected.
But the Eagles got to get some rebounding going here. Right now, Pennridge is out-rebounding them significantly.
That foul was on Kelly. I believe it's her first. 3 fouls on the Eagles in the early going. Inbound to Lee. Kelly playing her. Got the pick from Kalkalowski. Here goes the dribble. Balls to Crutch. High arch. Shot no good. Munson with the rebound for the Eagles. Over to Kelly. Kelly coming up court. Kelly on the left-hand dribble goes under Price. Price turns, looks for the shot. Doesn't have it. I think it's off her foot, trying to force it. Eagles not getting ball movement here in the early going. Ball goes in. The ball does not come back out. Kelly battling, knocks it away from Lee. Kelly's very quick, Frank. We said this before.
She certainly is, and she has good eyes, Jim. When she brings the ball down, boy, she sees who's open and who isn't.
There's the bounce pass, stolen away by Munson. Pressure pays off. Over to Strakowski. Launches a shot. It's off the rim, no good. Tiefenthaler with a rebound to Lee. Lee on the dribble up court. Lee with a bounce pass to Tiefenthaler. Nobody, somebody left the zone there. Shot is up, strong, up in the air, comes through. Tiefenthaler with 2, and it's 7-0 Rams in the early going. Kelly on the dribble, still full court pressure. We're going to have a foul this time on Lee, her first, Rams second of the period. 4:35 left in the opening quarter. Eagles down by 7. Still to break into the scoring column.
Jim, the refereeing in this game is quite a contrast to the last one we saw. This one fella seems to be calling every touch they make.
There's Kelly. Kelly comes cross court to Munson. Munson fakes the shot. Nothing there. Back to Strakowski. Strakowski goes into right out. Ball is knocked away. Controlled by Hamilton. Lee with the ball. Lee finds Tiefenthaler. She goes into Kakalowski. Kakalowski with a jump almost in. She was contested by Price. Rebound controlled by Rideout. To Strakowski over to Kelly. Kelly on the dribble. Reverses. Comes over. Ball knocked out of bounds. Tiefenthaler. Pass was aimed over to Munson. Substitution off the bench for the Rams. Number 25, Janine Wilmer coming into the game. Frank, I'm going to be interested in watching this girl. She looked very, in warm-up, this Wilmer girl looked as though she can shoot. You notice how you recognize certain players just seem to be able to handle themselves on the court. Strakowski launches the long shot, in and out. Rebound is Hamilton, and so far Pennridge has been all over the boards. Lee on the dribble. Coming up court, stops outside, bounce pass to Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler on the dribble, he's there, she's there, doesn't want the jumper, back to Lee. Lee on the left-hand dribble, Kelly bothering her, goes to Wilmer, Wilmer out to Tiefenthaler. Munson playing her, Eagles in a tight man-to-man. That was Rickert. Rickert gives the ball to Hamilton. Hamilton open underneath, she's got 6 points, and it's a 9-0 Ram lead. 3:20. Here comes Kelly. Kelly aims down at Price. She's got it. We have a timeout called by the Lady Eagles. Early going score, Pennridge 9, Norristown nothing, and that's certainly not the start that the Eagles wanted to get.
It'll be interesting to see if the Eagles come out and go into a zone to kind of pack it more underneath and maybe get some more rebounding strength.
I thought for a while that they were playing a zone, but it looked as though someone forgot who she was playing, because when one girl got the ball off on the right there, it was wide open for her. Another substitution for the Rams, number 15, Lauren Crutch comes into the ball game. I'm not quite certain who went out. We'll pick that. It looks like number 23, Brooke Rickert. So it'll be Hamilton, Lee, Tiefenthaler, Crutch, and Wilmer in the lineup for the Rams. I think DeSanto just came back into the lineup for the Eagles, replacing Rideout. So the Eagles will be coming back to their starting lineup when we resume play. It's one of those cases where you just got to get in the score. You want somebody to get that first
you got to
bucket.
put somebody in there to shoot the ball.
Break the snide and get on the board.
It's a shame Kelly's not a little taller. Of course, she's only a 9th grader. She's going to grow. But she's at such a disadvantage when it comes to shooting.
Also, you see, but she strikes me, Frank, that she's a little reluctant to shoot, too. And I think that may be, again, be part of being a 9th grader. You know, you're playing with upperclassmen.
But she sure knows how to set up a play.
Kelly with the ball, coming across to Munson. Munson looks underneath, but nothing there. Bounce pass over to Kelly on the right. Over to DeSanto, to Strakowski, out to DeSanto. DeSanto looks for the shot, doesn't have it. Comes back to Strakowski. Bounce pass goes to Munson. Ball's blocked out of bounds by Lee. That time the Eagles had pretty good ball movement, trying to set up.
The Rams playing a 1-3-1 zone.
Munson on the inbound. Comes deep, finds Kelly. Kelly goes over to DeSanto. DeSanto's launching the 3. It hits strong off the board. Battle for the rebound. We have DeSanto and Tiefenthaler. We're going to have a walk this time on Hamilton.
I wasn't sure who he was calling walking on. They both had their hands on the ball.
Munson with the ball, coming outside to Kelly. Kelly goes over to DeSanto. DeSanto launches. She's got it for a 3. First 3 for Norristown. It's 9-3 Pennridge. 2:42 and counting here in the first period. Up court with the ball. It's Lee. Ball knocked away by DeSanto. Lee trying to hit Tiefenthaler underneath. Good defensive play by DeSanto, denying her the ball. Eagles still playing zone. Tiefenthaler at inbound. Bound pass comes in. 15 was Crutch. Crutch is outside to Lee. Lee over to Crutch with a bounce pass. Crutch back outside to Lee. Lee goes inside to Tiefenthaler. Out to Lee. Over to Crutch. Crutch is open. Launches the shot. No good. The board. Rebound Munson.
As
Munson
we expected, the Eagles switched to a 2-3 zone from that man-to-man to give them a little more rebounding under
And
there.
Jessica Munson with a couple rebounds here in the early going. Got a reach-in foul. Amber Lee. Jessica Munson making a strong move to the basket. Fouls on Lee. That's Lee's second, team's third. Munson inbound, comes high. Kelly, no shot, over to Strakowski. Strakowski to Kelly, over to DeSanto. She's open, she launches. No, rebound Munson, however. We're gonna have a double dribble on Munson.
It's a shame
Eagles.
Munson didn't pass it out to the girl in the corner who was open.
Eagles coming back to play their full court pressure. Wilmer having trouble finding somebody, finds Hamilton. Hamilton goes back to number 14. It should be Missy Benfield. Loses the ball. Munson with a break. Ball taken away from her by Tiefenthaler. Wilmer almost walks.
Walk missed there. Oh,
And there
late
goes the
call.
walk on
He must
Tiefenthaler.
have hurt us. Late
Yeah,
call.
but I think it was,
She
called it on
dragged
the
her
wrong
foot.
person.
Did he call it on the other?
I think so. It's known as a makeup call. Ball goes to Price. Price for the jumper, nothing. Battle for the board, off Munson. Wilmer's going to inbound underneath Eagles basket. Eagles again go to full court pressure, which has been effective so far. Wilmer on the bounce pass, that's Benfield.
Whoa.
Benfield doesn't look too confident with that ball, almost got herself tied up. Wilmer to Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler on the move to the basket. Nothing there, ball taken away by Kelly. Kelly's going on the break. Kelly on the drive, no, round and out. I think that time, if Kelly could have just kept her hands off the ball, she was out of bounds coming in, and I think she hit the ball on the way in, which gave the ball to the Rams. Wilmer to inbounds. There's Tiefenthaler, and they obviously have set plays to handle that pressure. Tiefenthaler with a dribble. Eagles putting pressure on. There goes the dribble into Hamilton. Hamilton with a jumper, no good. Battle Price on the board. Price's first rebound. Kelly with a dribble. Over to Strakowski. Back to Kelly. Kelly goes back to Strakowski. We're under a minute here in the first period. Strakowski goes to Munson. Munson loses the ball. Here comes Tiefenthaler on the break. Strakowski is with her. Tiefenthaler all the way. No good. Fouls on Strakowski. That's Strakowski's second. Eagles fourth. 43 seconds left. Eagles down by 6 here in the opening period. Kakalowski coming back in for Pennridge, replacing Hamilton.
Somebody on the Eagles has to start shooting.
Well, the last few times their ball movement has had guys open, had some of their people open, and it looks like DeSanto and Strakowski are the people they want to shoot from the outside, so they've got to be hitting. Tiefenthaler's first shot, no good. A couple subs real quickly. 23 Rickard comes back in, replacing Crutch, and right out is replacing Kelly for Norristown, probably to get a little more size underneath there in the last 43 seconds.
It's going to be interesting to see who brings the ball down for the Eagles.
Tiefenthaler, no shot there. My guess is it'll be Strakowski. And it is. Munson's in the backcourt with Strakowski on the dribble. Loses the ball to Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler up to number 23, who is Brooke Rickard. Rickard slows up, comes back out to Benfield. Benfield is a lefty. Ball comes back to Benfield. They look very unsure of that ball every once in a while. Over to Tiefenthaler. There goes the set by Wilmer. The jump shot, nobody there. Ball's no good. Battle for the board. We're going to have a jump ball.
Or a jump ball.
Jump ball. Possession is for Norristown. Jessica Munson to inbound. Kelly off the bench right away. That answers your question. Replacing Rideout. Munson to Kelly. Kelly on the dribble, up
5
court.
seconds left. She's got to shoot.
Gives it up. That's DeSanto. He's got it.
Oh.
At the buzzer, right before.
Pressure bucket by DeSanto.
DeSanto with a three-pointer. So that's 6 for Tracy. She has all the Eagle points. At the end of the first period, it's Pennridge 9, Norristown 6. The Eagles mounting a comeback. DeSanto with 6. Jen Hamilton has 6 for Pennridge, and she is the leading scorer for the Lady Rams.
Jim, you know you're not going to win a basketball game just depending on three-pointers. You're going to have to get some scoring from underneath somewhere.
Although in the first game we saw, remember, the Eagles were badly off from the outside. At least now it appears that DeSanto is on and is going to be hitting them. You'd like to see Strakowski get hot too, who is their other person who can shoot from that three-point line. Of course, that opens up the shots underneath. Some more fans piling in here, Frank. They're sitting in front of us. Big mistake.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to drive them out.
Well, maybe someday we'll get enough fans that they'll have to put the seats down on the other side of the gym.
Ball's going to belong to Pennridge here at the beginning of the second period. Once again, as we get ready to begin play, the Eagles are down by 3, rallying from a 9-point deficit as they had not been on the board. Eagles will return with its starting lineup. It's Munson, Kelly, Strakowski, Price, and DeSanto. For the Pennridge Rams, it looks as though they might be going with, no, it's not quite their starting lineup. It's Lee, 23 is Rickard, 15 is Crutch, 35 is Kakalowski, 25 is Wilmer. So Pennridge not quite with their starting lineup. A little trouble with the clock. Now they have it ready. Pennridge to inbound. There goes the inbounds pass to Kakalowski. Almost lost. Comes back to Lee. And Pennridge's backcourt, Frank, doesn't look real confident with that ball. I think that pressure can bother them. 23 is Rickard. Ball is lost. Strakowski with it over to Kelly. And the Eagles once again with a takeaway. Ball goes over to DeSanto. DeSanto launches. No good. Rebound, we're going to have a foul on DeSanto, and that's exactly what we didn't want. Second foul on
Tracy's
DeSanto.
have to watch that.
Team's 5th. Pennridge inbounding. It's quite clear the Eagles' pressure is bothering Pennridge, Frank, a lot.
I think there's one advantage the Eagles have. They can press Pennridge.
Ball comes into Lee. Lee covered by Kelly. Left-handed dribble. Lee breaks it. Comes over to number 15, who is Crutch. Crutch on the drive, stops with a right-handed jumper. She's got it. That's Lauren Crutch with her first 2. And it's 11-6 Pennridge. Kelly over to DeSanto. There, yes. There's the shot. 2-pointer for DeSanto. And it's Pennridge 11, DeSanto 8 here in the game so far. I was wondering why she was looking around, Frank. She was wide open.
Yeah. I thought she wanted to move out beyond the three-point line.
Ball knocked off of Lee. Another turnover on the part of the Rams. And again, I think the Eagles with this pressure might find that Pennridge is going to have a lot of trouble handling the pressure.
But Jim, the only trouble with that is if you full court press, you run an awful lot, and it really tires you out.
And so far, we've only seen the Eagles go 6 deep, maybe 7. Strakowski outside, nothing there, over to DeSano. Bounce pass goes in, ball's out of bounds, kicked out by Pennridge. Will be Munson inbounding underneath. DeSano, Strakowski, Kelly and Price along with a ball into Price. Price with the jumper. We're going to have a foul. It's a block on number 35, Kakalowski.
You know, getting back to the press, you know, the more you run, the harder it is for you to make the shots. When you get dead tired out there, the shots get harder and harder to make. And that's the disadvantage of the full court press.
That was the second foul on Kakalowski. Jen Hamilton off the bench. I'm sure that's who she's coming in for. Price, no good with a foul shot. And Jen's experiencing some difficulty from the foul line here. 0 for 3 in the early going. Kakalowski out. Hamilton in. Here comes Tiefenthaler off the bench. She's coming in. And this was probably going to set, almost has the Pennridge starting lineup in. The only exception, Janine Wilmer is in there. Price ready with a second. Eagles down by 3. 6:48 left in the half. Price ready. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's controlled by Rickard. Rickard goes over to Lee, and it's Lee and Rickard in the backcourt. Lee on the dribble. Kelly playing her all over. Munson with bother. Nothing there. Ball goes to Rickard. Rickard underneath. Steal by Munson. Munson to Kelly. Kelly moving up court quickly on the dribble. Still with it. Finds DeSano. DeSano looks. Nothing there. DeSano goes underneath the Munson. Munson open. We have the block. Munson again up. Shot no good. This time it's Hamilton with a rebound. Right out off the bench very quickly. Ball almost taken away from Lee by Kelly. Ball goes underneath. Right-hand shot. That's Tiefenthaler.
Jim, the last time DeSano got the ball, they double-teamed her. It's going to be interesting.
Here comes Kelly. Kelly breaks the press to DeSano. DeSano launches the 3. No. Battle underneath. It's Strakowski battling, controlled by Rickard. Rickard goes over to Lee. 13-8. Rickard with the ball. Excuse me, Lee with the ball. Crossover dribble. Kelly playing her. Looks like a stack offense there underneath for a little bit. Rickard with the ball now on the left-hand dribble. Ball goes over to Lee. Doesn't have a shot. Looking underneath on the dribble. On the move. Switches from left to right. Rebound Hamilton. Ball blocked away. Good block. Didn't see who got it. It might have been DeSano.
That was a nice block because that was a sure bucket if she didn't get that ball.
Either DeSano or Munson. Rideout's coming in for Norristown. Price is out. We have a substitution, number 15, Crutch, replacing Rickard for Pennridge. Munson and Kelly now in the backcourt. Strakowski on Kelly's right. Munson's going to go down low. Ball goes into Rideout. Rideout looks for the shot, turns it up. We're going to have a foul. It's on 21 Amberley, and she can't believe it. It's her 3rd foul. She's in foul trouble, and they're going to have to make a substitute and get her out.
You know, Jim, Pennridge only seems to have 9 players on their whole team there.
Yeah, but so far, well, they've used what? 1, 2. Yeah, we have a 10th name here, but obviously she's not here. Up off the bench comes number 14 again. This is Missy Benfield. Rideout makes the shot. Benfield's going to replace Lee. And Benfield looks very uncertain with the ball, Frank. I think you can put a lot of pressure on her. Rideout makes the first. Eagles down by 4. 6:12 left in the first half. 5:12 rather, make that. Rideout ready with a second. It's up. She's got it. 2 for 2. It's Lardita Rideout. Ball comes inbounds. Here's Tiefenthaler. I notice they're going to the bigger players, Frank, to bring the ball up court. Tiefenthaler with a dribble, goes back outside. It's Benfield with the ball. With her is Crutch.
Eagles are back in the man-to-man.
She launches the jumper. She's got it. Lauren Crutch, that's 4 for her. 15-10. Rams back to a 5-point lead. Crutch hitting 2 shots here and coming off the bench. Ball to Strakowski. Nothing there. Comes across from DeSano. DeSano underneath. Ball's knocked away. Ball thrown away. Rideout controlling on the dribble. Nothing there. Rideout battles with the ball. Nothing there. Benson back to DeSano. DeSano with a jumper. In and out. Rebound Wilmer. We're going to have a foul this time on number 4 right out of Norristown. It's her first, team 6. Pennridge will be in the shooting situation next time. We have another Eagle sub. Off the bench is number 25. That's Erica Pern. Coming in, replacing Strakowski.
Looks like we're going to have full court pressure here.
Still pressure for the Eagles. It's been successful. No reason to go away from it. That's 14 Benfield with the ball. Kelly over her, and Kelly's got very quick hands. Benfield on the left-hand dribble. Bounce pass. Finds Crutch. Crutch on the move. Crutch stops, looks for the jumper, doesn't have anything. Bounces to Hamilton. Hamilton back to Benfield. Kelly playing her. Bounce pass comes to Tiefenthaler. Munson all over her. Tight man for man. There it goes to Hamilton. Hamilton comes back to Tiefenthaler. Over to Benfield. Benfield on the dribble. Finds Crutch. It's Pern playing her all over. Crutch on the dribble. No shot. Almost dragged her foot. Attempt for the skill by Kelly. Nothing there. Benfield learns to left-hander. No good. Rebound. Up. She's got it. That's Stacy Tiefenthaler. She's got 6. Pennridge 17, Norristown 10, 3:33 here in the first half. Kelly with the ball, over to Munson. Munson on the left-handed dribble, finds DeSanto. DeSanto looks for the shot, but it's not there. On the dribble, comes back outside high to Munson, Munson to Kelly. Kelly back to DeSanto. DeSanto on the fake to Pern, comes back, looks for Munson, finds Munson. Munson to Pern, ball off of Pern's foot, goes out of bounds. That's Stephanie Wise? Sorry, that is Stephanie Wise, I'm informed. Thank you, Frislanda. Thank God for Friz here, being here, although she's crouched down here in the stands keeping score for us. Got a timeout here. Lady Eagles trail by 7. There's 3:11 left, and Koch trying to get his team together. The shooting so far, Eagles having a very tough shooting day, and that's they've got to find their eye if they hope to make any kind of an inroad here.
Somebody else has to score. In fact, I'm really surprised that Pennridge hasn't put more pressure on DeSanto. The one time she got the ball, they double teamed her, but I don't know why they don't do it all the time until somebody else starts shooting.
I think they're hoping that they can open up underneath here for Munson too, the Lady Eagles, with the idea that she was working in practice on her and warm up today on her spin move, getting free underneath. And you'd certainly much rather have some layups than you would having to shoot those shots from the outside.
But you know, the Eagles really are at a disadvantage when it comes to the height. And you can see that makes much more of a difference in girls basketball than boys basketball. I'd never noticed that before we started watching girls basketball, but sometimes boys basketball, the height advantage isn't that, you can make up for it with guys who can really jump high and speed and things like that. But it's a lot harder in girls basketball. Having a taller player is quite an advantage.
Eagles are coming out onto the court again with their starting lineup. That puts Price, DeSanto, Kelly, Munson, and Strakowski in there. It's Hamilton, Wilmer, Tiefenthaler, Crutch, and Benfield for Pennridge. Ball goes to Hamilton, finds Benfield over to Crutch. Crutch is going to launch the long shots off the rim, no good. Strong rebound, Tiefenthaler. She's got 8. Stacy Tiefenthaler coming on for Pennridge. Pennridge back to that 9-point margin. The Eagles had hacked it down to 3. Ball knocked out of bounds as DeSanto tries to go deep to Kelly. Munson inbounds, and Munson is the trigger man on all the inbounds plays for the Eagles. DeSanto's going to launch a 3. It's off. Munson with a rebound. Controls, finds Strakowski. Strakowski with a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Price. Price underneath, moves in for the layup. Price, no good. Foul, rebound, Price. Jen Price with an offensive board. That's Price's first 2. 19-12 Pennridge, coming down to the 2:20 mark in the half. Benfield with the ball, off to Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler looks underneath for Hamilton, finds her short jumper in, no good. Out of the basket, off the rim. Munson with a rebound over to Kelly. And Kelly, as always, wastes no time bringing that ball up court. Kelly comes over to Strakowski. Strakowski back to Kelly. Kelly, Munson on the drive, on the move. She's got it. Jessica Munson with her first 2. Strong move to the basket, and that's what I meant by her going to the basket, Frank, getting offensive. 14 is Benfield. Kelly playing her. Bounce pass to Tiefenthaler. Oh, boy, what a pick that was. Munson, Kelly on the steal. Kelly's going to go all the way. Tiefenthaler playing her. Kelly no good. Rebound. Munson on the move. Left hand up. She's got it. Jessica Munson. And that puts the Lady Eagles down by 3, 19-16. Quick comeback. It was 9-6 earlier, 19-16 now. Coming down to the 1:15 mark in the half. Benfield on the move. Crutch has it. There goes the screen. Crutch moves off the screen. Finds nothing there. Kelly with a steal underneath. Kelly looks over for Strakowski. Strakowski with a jumper up. No good. Rebound Tiefenthaler. I'm not sure where Kelly came from that last time, Frank, because she was supposed to be playing the girl with the ball.
It looked like she was laying back waiting for that pass.
Certainly good anticipation.
Under the boards there.
Here comes Crutch. Kelly's on her. We have the pick. Crutch on the move. Bounce pass goes over to Benfield. Benfield launches the left-hander. We're going to have a foul. I think it's going to be on Munson.
But that was a nice play Pennridge set up that time.
Munson's first. And Benfield going to be shooting 2. Off the bench is Rideout coming in for Munson. And Rickert comes off the Pennridge bench getting ready to come in. She's replacing Tiefenthaler. It's going to be Benfield. She'll be shooting 2. There's 41 seconds left here in the first half. Once again, the Lady Eagles trail by 3. Shot up strong off the back of the rim. No good.
Now, if the Eagles can get a rebound here and score, they'll be in good shape.
Get a 3-pointer, they'll get out of this tied, which will be really excellent. Shot up, no good. Eagles must be playing for 1 shot, willing to set back. Still 19-16. We're coming down to the 25-second mark in the half. Munson on the left-hand dribble. Strakowski out with her. Pennridge tend to stay back except for Rickert, who is playing them up front. There's Munson. Munson over to Strakowski. Strakowski back to Munson. Munson over to Strakowski. Munson's going to launch. Does. She's got it. 3-pointer for Munson, and there it is.
Coach jumped up off the bench on that one, and here we have a tie game at halftime.
First half ends 19-19. Eagles making that last shot, and that's got to be a bonus scoring in the locker. We saw something like that in the opening boys game we did. Henderson scoring like that, and it almost did seem to do our team in and let us team down. We came out in the second half flat. Maybe the same thing will happen here with Pennridge.
Well, Jim, how many of our points are 3-pointers? It seems like all but about 2 of our baskets are 3-pointers.
Trying to get our able statistician, Frisnogita, here to do the stats for us, Frank, over the air, but she's reluctant. She has promised, though, before this year is over, very shortly, we're going to get her. Here are the halftime stats for Pennridge. Hamilton with 6, Tiefenthaler with 8, Kakalowski with 1, Crutch with 4. Amber Lee is in foul trouble with 3. Kakalowski has 2. For the Eagles, Munson with a spurt at the end with 7. DeSano leads with 8, including 2 of those 3-pointers in the first period. Jen Price has 2. Lardita Rideout with 2. Tracy DeSano, Nancy Strakowski, both with 2 personals. Should not be a factor, although you never know what can happen because someone can pick up fouls very quickly. Once again at halftime, as we go away, the score is Pennridge 19, Norristown 19. Welcome back to the beginning of the second half. A reminder that at halftime it's 19-19. Frank, expect to see the Eagles come out with even more pressure in this second half. It certainly worked, and I think there are a couple of the Pennridge girls that do not handle that pressure defense real well.
Well, Jim, now you can take more chances because with only 1 half left, you can give a few more fouls. And I would think they're going to put, there it is, full court pressure from the very start.
Rams inbound. It's Hamilton with the ball. Both teams have returned to their starting lineup. Over to Lee. Lee, a reminder, has 3 fouls. Kelly playing her all over the court. And Kelly has quick hands. There goes the steal. Melissa Kelly on the break. Lee knocks it away from her out of bounds. It'll be the Eagle ball. Kelly has very quick hands on defense.
Pennridge staying
inbound. Ball coming away, knocked away, taken off by Rickert. And Rickert's going to move up court.
Pennridge is staying in their zone.
To Lee. Lee on the left-hand dribble. Kelly gives her up, lets her go that direction. Rickert coming back. Tiefenthaler is in. Tiefenthaler and Hamilton, the big scorers. There's go Lee with a shot up. It's no good. Battle for the rebounds off of Norristown. Ball will go over to Pennridge. Still at 19. First 40 seconds have gone by here in the second half. Tiefenthaler at inbound comes to Hamilton. Hamilton out to Lee. Lee goes cross court to Tiefenthaler underneath to Kakalowski. Loses the ball out of bounds, has the walk. That was a set play also, Frank. You could see him move it around.
Yeah, Pennridge does a nice job setting up their plays, and they usually get the person open.
Kelly with the ball from Norristown. Rickert up at the top of the key. Over to DeSanto. DeSanto goes under the Price. Ball is away to Tiefenthaler. Up to Lee. Lee on the dribble. And there it actually looked as though they can get Price open underneath there. Lee. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be on DeSanto. That's number 3. You certainly don't want Tracy DeSanto in foul trouble. It's the Eagles first. Ball will be inbounded on the sideline across from us.
Tough decision here, Jim. Do you leave her in?
Yeah, I think I do. Goes Lee. Bounce pass goes to Tiefenthaler. You don't see many girls do that faking that drive, you know, Frank? Here goes Lee. Ball almost stolen.
Kelly.
Ball goes into Hamilton. There goes a short jumper. No good. Rebound Price. Off to Kelly. Kelly on the dribble, reverses, comes across. There's Strakowski on the move with a jumper. No good. Rebound underneath, though, by Munson. Munson battled Hamilton. And there was a rebound, Frank. She didn't get off the ground at all. Lee with a left-hand dribble. Kelly coming to meet her at half court. Kelly's got to tire you out if you're bringing that ball up. Ball goes to Rickert. Strakowski playing her. Comes across. Lee. Lee goes underneath to Kakalowski. Turn ball blocked by Price. Lee controls on the dribble. Launches a right-hander. No good. Munson pulls it out. Ball goes to DeSanto. DeSanto looks for Price underneath. Price has it. No good. Rebound Price. Ball's blocked by Hamilton, but I think we're going to have a foul with the body. Looked like a good block. Must have gotten her with the body. It'll be Price on the line for 2. A chance for the Eagles to take their first lead of the day, Frank. Wilmer off the bench for Pennridge, replacing Hamilton.
The Eagles are getting the ball underneath. Tracy DeSanto's made a few nice passes, but Pennridge collapses on the player right away. They just got to get the ball up and in toward the basket.
Price ready. She's got it. Jen Price with 3 puts the Eagles ahead. Eagles leading for the first time today, 2019. Price ready with a second. Shot is up off the front of the rim. It's Kakalowski on the rebound, battling her with Strakowski. It's going to be Amber Lee on the dribble. Kelly waiting for her at half court again. Content to pick her up there.
Eagles playing a tight man-to-man.
It's a tight woman-to-woman, I think, Frank. We'll get that right.
Yeah, someday we'll.
Kakalowski underneath. This time we're going to have the foul. It's going to be on Strakowski. That's Strakowski's 3rd. So the 2 Eagle players who couldn't afford to get fouls are the 2 who have gotten them and are in foul trouble. Both of them with 3 here in the early going of the 3rd period.
If the Eagles get a small lead, it'll be interesting to see if the coach tries to take some time off the clock, having his players in foul trouble.
With that case, I think I might take at least one of them out and give her a little bit of time on the bench. Kakalowski up, shot is around the rim. There's the long arm reaching from behind and pulling it in. 20-20 here with 5:22 left in the 3rd period. Kakalowski ready for the 2nd. She's got it. Frank, an interesting combination of names, Gigi Kakalowski. 2 of them don't seem to necessarily go together, do they? Pennridge with a steal. Eagles, though, knocked the ball out of bounds off a Pennridge player. It's Kelly with the ball. Strakowski is to her right. DeSanto will set up on her left. Strakowski moves over. Munson comes underneath. DeSanto with a long three. She's got it. DeSanto with 11 points puts the Eagles up by 2. Here comes Lee. The ball's knocked away.
Oh, a nice
by
play
Kelly.
by
Knocks
Kelly.
it off of Lee.
Kelly just tapped that ball against the Pennridge player's leg, and out of bounds it went.
Once again, Eagle pressure forcing the turnover. Eagle pressure has been very, very successful today. There's Strakowski launching a 3. No good. Battle on the boards. Wilmer steps in off to Lee. Eagles beginning to battle off the board more. Kelly almost with another steal. Over to Rickert. Rickert on the dribble. DeSanto leaves her. Rickert's got the shot. Ball up, no good. Wilmer on the rebound. Launches a jumper. Ball partially blocked. Knocked out of bounds by Munson. Got a sub, number 14. It's Missy Benfield coming in. She replaces Lee. Tiefenthaler to inbound. Finds Wilmer. Wilmer comes. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Again, Kelly with those quick hands.
Kelly's a tough. I don't think I'd want Kelly playing me for an entire game.
Jim, I'm just amazed at her stamina.
Ball comes in to Benfield, and Benfield is the one I think they can put pressure in. Eagles back in a zone now. Benfield with a left-handed dribble, over to Rickert, back to Benfield, goes cross court to Tiefenthaler. And you know something, Frank, one thing I've noticed, and you see this, I noticed this with the Eagles last year, but I see it with Pennridge this year. It looks like the girl is going to make that pass, whether the young lady's open or not. You know, she's determined that that's what the play says,
Yeah.
And so that's where she's going to throw the ball.
And again, Kelly almost makes the steal. And it looks like Norristown, now that they have the lead, they're going to see if Pennridge can make that outside shot. They're really packing it in underneath the basket defensively. They're going to challenge Pennridge to make that outside shot.
Eagles falling back in his zone. Tiefenthaler outside to Benfield. Strakowski on her, over to Rickert. Rickert not open to Benfield. Nothing there. Benfield moves, tries to force it inside. Got a steal by Price, and we have a walk on Jennifer Price. Kakalowski bothering her underneath. Price battling for the ball. The walk called. It'll be Pennridge ball under their own basket. Tiefenthaler to inbound. Finds Kakalowski underneath. Shot up. She's got it. We're tied at 23. 4 points for Gigi Kakalowski. Kelly not wasting any time coming back. DeSanto's wide open. Launches a 3. It's short off the rim. Tiefenthaler controls. Gives it up to Benfield. Right out off the bench for the Eagles. Hamilton off the bench for Pennridge. Missy Benfield comes down with left-hand dribble. Bounce pass to Kakalowski. She saves it out. Eagles pack it in very quickly there. Back to Benfield. Benfield over to Rickert. Rickert back to Benfield. Eagles zone working. Ball goes in underneath. Price knocks it out of bounds. Benfield tried to find Tiefenthaler underneath. Here comes Hamilton. Hamilton coming in for Wilmer. Right out replacing Price.
And with Hamilton, they get such a height advantage.
Hamilton with a bounce pass over to Benfield. Benfield comes back out. Eagles zone defense. It's a tough zone. Pennridge has not yet had a lot of luck solving it. To Rickert, back to Benfield. Going cross court. Ball comes inside. Kakalowski in the move. We're going to have the walk.
Good call.
Kakalowski on the spin move did not put the ball on the floor, just made the spin move. You're going to get called for walking every time when you do that.
Pennridge wants to stay in that 1-3-1 zone.
Comes Kelly with a dribble, almost lost the ball, over to Munson. Munson finds DeSanto underneath, over to Strakowski, back to Kelly. Kelly on the dribble, takes the shot, launches it, no good. Rebound, battle, DeSanto, Kelly has it to Munson. Munson on the move, nothing there. Comes out, ball hit by Rickert, knocked out of bounds, off of DeSanto's hand. And DeSanto asks a question. Right out quickly. Price back in for Norristown. DeSanto did not like that call because she felt it did not hit off of her hands. Benfield coming up. Kelly beginning to pick her up outside. As she comes in, Kelly with a steal.
By Kelly.
There it is. Kelly with the easy layup. She's got it. And I told you, Frank, Benfield is very vulnerable to that steal. I think Kelly can take the ball away from her all day. Goes the inbound pass to Tiefenthaler. Smart play. They threw the ball high that time. Here comes Benfield. Kelly playing her all over, waiting, sticks a hand and almost has the steal. Over to Tiefenthaler. Player's not going to hurt you over there.
Thank you. 35. Yeah, good ball, good ball.
Ball is against Kakalowski. That's her third. Pushing off, setting the screen. Eagles coming down, leading by 2. We're under the 150 mark here in the third quarter. Kelly with a reverse dribble. Over to Strakowski. Strakowski goes across to DeSanto. DeSanto on the drive, bounce pass to Price. Price
Nice
right
play.
there with a layup. Jen Price with
DeSanto
5.
made that play with a nice bounce pass underneath.
Good ball movement on the part of the Lady Eagles. Frank, you forget for a moment that at one time the Lady Eagles trailed 9-0. They're on like a 30-14 run since that time. Tiefenthaler with a bounce pass. Comes under to Kakalowski. We're going to have a foul. This will be on Price.
Jim,
Jen
it's a
Price
credit,
with her second.
certainly a credit to the Lady Eagles. After suffering 2 losses, being down 9-0, they just hang in there and come back.
Frizz has corrected me. That's the first foul on Price. I tell her she's not supposed to correct me. She's in class. She's running a risk, but she takes that chance anyway. Actually, she's a very good student, so she has nothing to worry about along those lines. First shot up by Kakalowski is good, and Rams making a couple substitutions. It's 15 Lauren Crutch coming in. And I just think with Benfield out there, Kelly can harass her all over the court. So far, we've seen that. Kakalowski ready with a second. She's got them both. Kakalowski now with, it looks like 6 points. They're down by 2 again, 27-25. Strakowski on the dribble. We're going
Nice
to
call, nice call.
That's a block by Kakalowski. And that should be number 4, and they've got to get her out. Wilmer back off the bench very quickly. Coming in for Pennridge, Wilmer replacing Kakalowski. And actually, Kakalowski had come scored 6 points, was beginning to catch on. Third team foul against Pennridge. Munson's inbounds. Ball comes to Kelly. Kelly to DeSanto. DeSanto from the corner. It's off the rim. No good. DeSanto for the rebound. Price battling. Ball is out. Strakowski controls. Possession arrow belongs to Norristown too. Kelly to DeSanto. DeSanto looks cross court for Strakowski. There goes the 3. She's got it. You could see that one, Frank.
Jim, I can't believe the number of 3-pointers.
30-25 for the Eagles. Ball knocked away by Strakowski, taking it away from Crutch. There's 41 seconds left here in the third period. Eagles by 5. Inbounds. It's Tiefenthaler with the inbound. Here comes the play, the bounce pass. Let's see the call. Yes, it is off of Green. And that's Kelly making the play, forcing that ball. Munson to inbound. Finds Strakowski on the dribble. Strakowski dribbling. Up, finds Munson. 35 seconds. Munson with the ball. Goes over to Kelly. Kelly with the ball to Strakowski. Strakowski outside. Eagles very definitely going to be content to get the last shot. Ball goes to Munson. Munson on the dribble. Stops with a jumper. Round and out. Price with the rebound. Ball's hit by Hamilton. We're going to have a foul. Foul is on Hamilton. Looks like her first. Jen Price will be going on the line shooting 2. Off the bench is Lee. Coming in for the Eagles is number 24. Okay, Frizz, tell me now. This is Erica Pern, right? All right, I knew I'd get that right. I should have been able to tell the difference. Wise and Pern did not have the same hairstyle. I certainly screwed that one up.
You know, Jim, with the Lady Eagles having the lead, I'm pretty sure Pennridge can't press them. When it gets down there the end of the ball
Not with
game,
Kelly.
Yeah, nobody's going to take the ball away from Kelly.
Price misses the first shot. There's 11 seconds left. Lady Eagles by 5. There's an interesting comment from a coach, Frank. I'm going to ask you that in between periods, what he meant.
What did he say?
He's talking about Price. Price's foul shot was off the front of the rim, and he said more legs, more legs. You might expect him to hear him say more arm. Here comes Lee on the dribble. Ball is knocked away. Munson with the ball. 1 second left. It's going to belong to Pennridge. And here's a case where you just have to inbound and fire the ball up as quickly as you can. I'm not sure they can get a shot off that fast. Here comes Wright out.
They want somebody under the basket.
It's going to be Strokowski. They're getting her in to keep her hands up in front of the ball. There she goes. Hamilton doesn't get the ball off early enough. End of the third quarter. Lady Eagles have moved off to a 30-25 lead. Eagles on a nice 25-16 run, putting them up by 5. And okay, Frank, I told you I was going to ask you what is meant by that comment about more legs on a foul shot.
Well, Jim, when you shoot a basketball, any kind of basketball shot, you don't just shoot it with your arms. You shoot it with your whole body. You bend the knees, the whole body.
You're ready.
You take, just like compressing a spring, the whole body goes down a little, the whole body shoots up a little.
Okay, now the question comes on to tactics. You got the 5-point lead. I agree with you. I don't think Pennridge can put a successful press on. Kelly's too quick for this. Now we'll play into the Eagles getting some layups. Pennridge off now in their shooting. Your Lady Eagles just keep doing what you're doing in the third quarter. Good ball movement, pressure on defense, take the open shots, right?
Well, I'm interested in seeing how much time has to go off before the Eagles coach, Crutch, tries to stall with the ball. Maybe he never will. But I think he realizes that Pennridge can't press us.
Eagles have the ball. It's Munson, Kelly, Price, DeSanto, Strokowski. Starting lineup in. Comes Munson. Munson comes into Strokowski. Pennridge looks like it's going to man, Frank. This will be interesting. There's Strokowski, and Strokowski can handle the ball. Finds Kelly. Foul's going to be on Wilmer with a push. 5th team foul. Wilmer's first. Eagles inbounds to our right. It will be Munson triggering the inbound. Munson comes outside. Ball should be out of bounds. Let's see this call. Okay, it's off of Lee. Belongs to the Lady Eagles. Munson coming to take it in. Munson seems to handle all of the inbound plays. Over to Kelly. Kelly on the dribble. Lee trying to play her full court, but she's not fast enough. Ball goes to Strokowski underneath. Foul on Wilmer. And Strokowski, who seems to set up as a guard, Frank, and is not one of the Eagles players, feels perfectly comfortable, apparently moving the ball inside, taking the ball to the hoop. Strokowski will be on the line shooting 2. 3 points so far. There's number 4. Eagles move up by 6. The other thing we haven't seen for Pennridge, Frank, they don't appear to have a 3-point shooter who can hit.
Jim, I don't recall them taking too many outside shots at all. I think they depend on everything coming underneath.
Second shot up, no good, but DeSanto and Wilmer, possession arrow belongs to Pennridge. Eagles will come back with pressure, no question about that, leading by 6 with 7:39 left in the game. There's Wilmer with the ball. Ball knocked away by Price. Price controls, players are on the floor. Ball is off of Pennridge, belongs to Norristown.
Good pressure defense by the Eagles.
Munson will inbound. Over to Strokowski, outside. Ball to Price. Price finds DeSanto underneath. Short jumper around, no good. Tiefenthaler with a rebound. Lee on the dribble. Pennridge falls back. Here comes Lee. Lee with the right hand dribble over to Hamilton. Hamilton back to Lee. Nothing there. This is Crutch. Crutch, no shot. Throws the ball away. And once again, putting pressure on. We have a turnover against Pennridge. Munson to inbound to Kelly. Kelly will bring the ball down. And off the bench is Rickert for Pennridge, trying to get some better ball handlers in there to make sure that they can hang on to the ball. Kelly with a dribble. Slows up, gives over to Munson. Munson on the drive with a jumper, no good. Rebound, Tiefenthaler. Nobody there to contest her. Easy rebound. Here comes Tiefenthaler down court. Pennridge still not getting many open, uncontested shots, Frank, and that's a real key. And just as I say that, Hamilton is underneath on a nice look by Tiefenthaler. Cuts the margin to 4, 31-27, Lady Eagles.
But again, Jim, Pennridge just wants to take that shot right under the basket.
Kelly beats the pressure all the way down court. We're going to have a foul. I'm not sure who it's on. I didn't get that. There isn't any 3-2. Can't tell who that foul is on. Rickard is off the bench. Number 33, Gail Moyer, comes in. Wilmer and Crutch come out.
He probably meant number 23.
Kelly's going to be on the line. She will be shooting 2. I don't think we've seen her on the line all year, Frank. At least I don't remember. First shot is no good. Backs off. Looks over at her coach. Coach gives her that sage advice, put it in. Kelly ready, second one up. No good. Boxing out underneath, but tap goes off. Tiefenthaler controls. Lee with the ball. Pennridge could cut the margin to 1 or 2 points. Lee with the ball, crossover dribble. Kelly playing her all over. Comes to Tiefenthaler. No move there. Hamilton sets the screen. Tiefenthaler with a jumper, no. Rebound, Crutch up, no. Ball underneath, on the rebound. That was Hamilton. Hamilton controls, turns, nothing there. Finds Crutch on the dribble. Ball taken away by Price. We're going to have a foul on Crutch. Foul's on Pennridge. Eagles are in the 1-1 situation, so they will, or they should be in the 1-1.
Jim, the Lady Eagles have certainly played good defense. They're at a disadvantage as far as the height goes. Hamilton has really been murder underneath on them, but good defense never fails you. You can have an off shooting day, but your defense is always there.
Well, they collapse well also, so that even when Pennridge has forced the ball inside, there are no open shots there because the Eagles are collapsing and helping out underneath. Price shooting 1-1, and these become very important. Shot is up and good. Lady Eagles lead 32-27. We're at 6:02 left in the ball game. Price is ready with a second. Price's shot up short, doesn't hit anything. Ball will go over to Pennridge. Pennridge trailing by 5. Will inbounds, and once again the Eagles go to full court pressure. Hamilton handling the bounce pass goes to Tiefenthaler. And we've seen her dribble up court. There she goes. Kelly coming to play her along with Munson. Open is Lee. Lee with the ball. Launches the shot. No good. First, that's one of the few long shots we've seen. DeSanto battling for the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tracy DeSanto. Tiefenthaler underneath.
They have to watch Hamilton.
Doesn't have the play. Comes over to Hamilton. There it is. Hamilton looks outside. Ball goes out of bounds. Bounce pass aimed at Amber Lee. There again with the pressure. You don't have to always get the steal. You can force them to throw that bad bounce pass. That works. Kakalowski off the bench for Moyer now. Kakalowski had been on a run there, but she now is saddled also with 4 fouls, so she's going to have to be careful on the defensive end of the basket. It's Kelly with the ball. Kelly on the spin move, finds Strakowski. Strakowski looks, nothing there, backs out. Eagles don't have to force anything. Underneath, looks for DeSanto.
DeSanto open, the pass.
Ball is taken out by Rickard. Rickard over to Lee. Lee comes up to Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler underneath, ball goes away. And there's a case where they had a couple girls open. Ball thrown away.
And Jim, she could have taken the jump shot because she had 2 of her players under there to do the rebounding.
Yeah, or taking the ball in a little closer.
Yeah, they're just very reluctant to take the outside shot.
Kelly to DeSanto. DeSanto on the move with a jumper. She's got it. Tracy DeSanto now with 13, the leading Eagles scorer. Ball comes inbounds to Lee. Lee breaks the press. Lee coming all the way. Gets to Kakalowski in the move. No good. Rebound taken away by Price. Controlled by Strakowski. Strakowski to Kelly. Eagles by 7. Timeout. 34-27 Eagles. 4:54 left in the period. And I'm certain that Coach Koch now wants to talk on strategy. You're not going to read me one of those crazy rules,
I'm going to read you a
Frank?
record, not a rule, Jim. Here's a record I don't think will be broken. In 1924, Marie Boyd scored 156 points in one game, a high school record.
I'll tell you what.
I don't think that that will be broken.
I'm going to make a bet with you, Frank, this year. I bet that we don't attend a game here where both teams will score that many.
Well, the final score of the game, and it was played in Cumberland, Maryland, was 162-3.
I'm glad we weren't doing that game. That's all I can say. It's a tough game.
I thought you'd like that one. So
Yeah,
it looks like the record for high school for girls is kind of sewed up.
If I get my hands on that sheet, Frank, I'm probably going to burn it. I want you to know that. You know, though, they say the same thing. If you go to the early football games, remember it's Cumberland also. I believe the early football game, wasn't it Georgia Tech 222-0 over Cumberland? I mean, you would think that if you almost had 11 players standing out on a field that you couldn't score that many. It's the same thing here, 100 and some points.
Well,
your arm would fall off.
Well, when you consider how many minutes. And Jim, that was back in the days where they used to have a jump ball after every score.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine somebody being able to score it. I mean, I wonder if they only had 5 players back then. Pretty cruel coach to leave a player in there for that long. Eagles moving against a man-to-man. I don't think Pennridge can go with the Eagles in a man-to-man. There goes Price. Strong. Price to the rebound. Foul is going to be on Wilmer reaching over. That's going to be Wilmer's third. Price will go to the line 1-1. Eagles by 7.
Well, Pennridge certainly is going to have to foul us to get the ball. We just have to shoot a decent foul percentage.
And the difference here for the Eagles, even with a slight height disadvantage from the game that we saw with Boyertown, Frank, is that the Eagles are tall enough to rebound, where Boyertown was just big enough that they really dominated the boards.
Certainly. In Boyertown, it was all 5 of their girls were really tall.
Price makes the first, send the Eagles off to an 8-point lead. And Jen Price, after some shaky shooting in the early going with her foul shots, has now come on, missed a second, still up by 8. Price now with 7. Eagles falling back. Melissa Kelly will play Lee, pick her up. Now once again, Lee has to worry about Kelly. Kelly has those hands, very quick hands. Lee to Tiefenthaler, back to Lee. Lee on the move, she's going all the way. Little dribble, she's got it. That's Amber Lee, and that is her first 2 points. I kind of thought it was. Kelly has done a very strong job with it. There's Price breaking to the basket. On the move, shot no good. Kakalowski controls, off to Lee again. Lady Eagles by 6, coming down to the 4-minute mark in the game. Here comes Lee with a dribble. Lee crosses over to the right, finds Tiefenthaler. Tiefenthaler on the dribble. We're going to launch a jumper. Tiefenthaler in and out, no good. DeSanto with the rebound. DeSanto on the dribble, gives up to Kelly. Moves down court. Kelly on the right-hand dribble, crosses over to the left. Up high, over to DeSanto. DeSanto not with a shot, on the move. Launches a jumper, it's up, no good. Munson with a rebound. Wilmer battling her, but Munson controls. DeSanto to Price. Price to the basket, she's got it.
And Jim,
fouls on Rickard.
That's something Price ought to just keep doing. Even if she misses the shot, there's a good chance they're going to foul her.
Pennridge timeout. Jen Price puts the Eagles up again by 8, 37-29. There's 3:29 left in the ball game. Pennridge calling a timeout, and Pennridge is going to try to have to put some pressure on, and I think that's only going to help Norristown.
Yeah, as long as the girls can make their foul shots, they should be in good shape. But it's surprising. At the beginning of the game, we were down 9-0, and now we're almost 9 points ahead. 37-20
run since that beginning, and there's good reason why you don't get discouraged early on, because you can get behind, and in basketball, particularly with a 3-point shot, you can make that up.
But Jim, this game, what this game really shows is how good defense doesn't let you down. As I say, you can have an off shooting day, but good defense keeps you in the game.
And good defense is hard work. You have to be a good salesman because everyone likes to score. It's fun throwing that ball up, but it's just hard work. This is one of the things that Kelly may not score a point for the Lady Eagles, but because of her assists, her ball handling, her defense, she's a really valuable asset for Norristown.
Sir, I don't think anybody would deny that we would not be ahead if Kelly was not out there. And yet, in the scorebook, you're not going to see many points next to her name.
I was just going to say that sometimes you check the scorebook and you see it and say, oh, so-and-so had an off night, but it's not that at all. That's not the case. Kelly talking to her coach. Price will go to the line. She's going to be shooting one tail end, hoping for a 3-point play. Jen Price now up with 9 points, second leading scorer to DeSanto. Price ready, she's got it, crosses into double figures. I almost called that one before it went in, Frank, but you know, you can tell when that ball leaves. Full court pressure still. Tiefenthaler almost loses the ball. It's number 15, Lauren Crutch now with it. Kelly now playing her. Crutch almost loses the ball. I thought we might have gotten a call there. But DeSanto with a steal over to Kelly. Kelly coming on the dribble. Kelly coming all the way. Finds Strakowski. Strakowski on the move. Nothing there. Takes it out. Back to Kelly. Eagles don't have to be in any kind of a hurry. Foul is on record. I think that was a bad call.
Yeah, that was a hometown
I think
call
she might have
there.
been walking on that one.
Well, I thought the Pennridge girl had all ball there. If anything, they could have called a jump ball or walking. I didn't see that foul.
It'll be Melissa Kelly going to the foul line, shooting 1-1. Melissa Kelly with 2 tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Foul shot is up. She's got a very interesting foul moment, Frank. It's a very jerky motion. Ball going down court, out of bounds, knocked out by the Lady Eagles. And actually a good knockout that time because Pennridge had a fast break and they had girls open underneath. It's going to be Tiefenthaler to inbounds. There she goes. Ball's going to come over to Wilmer. Wilmer comes outside. Crutch for the ball. Ball taken away this time by Strakowski. Strakowski on the break with Kelly. Ball goes. Kelly's saved it. Almost lost it. DeSanto on the move. Drive underneath.
Nice
She's got it.
The basket by DeSanto.
15 for Tracy DeSanto. Ball now taken away by and we're going to have the foul on Rickard. And Frank, I think Pennridge is gassed out. I think the fouls they're making now are just tired
fouls.
I
was just thinking that myself, that our players are in top condition out there and they're still going, and Pennridge has lost some of their steam. They just can't keep up with them.
That's the 5th foul on Brooke Rickard.
But you know, Jim, watching Kelly shoot a foul shot, one of the problems is she's just so small, and that's a long distance for her to throw the ball.
Frank, I was small, still am. I can shoot fouls. Lardita Rideout comes into the game for Jen Price. Lady Eagles by 11, 2:33 left in the game. Strakowski ready, she's going to be shooting 2. Foul shot is up, no good, off to the right.
As we said before, as you get more and more tired, it's harder and harder to put that ball in the hoop.
Shot is up, Strakowski's got it. Lady Eagles up by 12. Wilmer launches the long pass. DeSanto playing back there with a steal. And that's not going to work against the Eagles defense. Here goes Kelly, and they can hang on to the ball now. Pennridge in a man-to-man, woman-to-woman, whatever you call it. Kelly goes underneath, tries to feed, controls. Wilmer playing her.
Another smart move by Kelly. She's trapped in the corner by 2 players. She just bounces it off the foot of one of the Pennridge players, and out of bounds it goes.
Jen Hamilton comes back in. She's going to be replacing Wilmer in the Pennridge lineup. Munson to inbounds. Ball comes to Strakowski. Easy inbound play over to Kelly. Lee playing her, but Kelly perfect intent to dribble that ball. DeSanto loses the ball out of bounds. 2:08 left in the game. Kakalowski to inbounds. Finds Hamilton right in front of her. Hamilton doesn't want to dribble, gives the ball up to Lee, who obviously is the person to take the ball up court. Over to Tiefenthaler. And Pennridge has no time now. There goes almost a steal by Kelly on Lee. Lee on the dribble over to Tiefenthaler. Comes across.
I'm surprised they're not taking 3-point shots as far
Now,
behind
they may
as
not
they are.
have a 3-point shooter. There goes the jumper. Too strong, no good. Hamilton with a rebound. Falls out, nothing there. Right out controlling. Battle on the board. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession is for the Lady Eagles. Price
Jim, they've
coming
reached
back
the
in.
point where they need the 3-point shot. And you might be right. Maybe there's nobody on that team that can throw the ball.
We
that
haven't
far.
seen it so far. From what we've seen so far, Lardita right out down. She's holding her side. I noticed, Frank,
Is it
something
her
right
side
out
or
to
her
meet her.
elbow?
Might be her elbow. Right out to meet her is one of the Eagles trainers. Here comes Dennis Flynn, the head trainer, but they also have student trainers. And I happen to teach this young lady, Judy Riddell. She was right there to help out to see whether right out needed some help. Inbound pass It's Munson on the dribble. Number 15, Crutch is playing her. Munson, a good ball handler, coming up court with a crossover, reverse on the right. She's stopped. Ball goes to Strakowski. Tiefenthaler playing her. They want to get the hands in Kelly, and they do. Amberly playing her. Kelly on a quick spin move. Over to DeSanto. Outside to Munson. Back to Kelly. Over to Strakowski. Good ball movement. Strakowski on the dribble, heading toward the basket. Out to Munson, who's high. Munson has Strakowski open on her right. We're down under a minute. Munson with a dribble. On the control. Gives to Strakowski. Ball almost knocked away. Strakowski controls. Tied up. Finds Munson. Munson on the dribble. Makes the move. Hamilton playing her. Back to Strakowski. And what they're smart, they get the ball into the hands of Hamilton. There it is. Fouls on Lee. That's her fourth.
You know, Jim, the Lady Eagles have to start looking under the basket. A lot of times there's somebody open under the basket when they're passing the ball out around there.
40 seconds left. Off the bench is number 5. That's Jackie Waite. She better report. Jackie Waite comes in for Munson. And it's Kelly going to the line. She's going to be shooting. It's like 1-on-1. Shot is up. She's got it. Nice arch that time.
Jim, Kelly looks like she's throwing that ball about as far as she can throw it.
That's Kelly's.
Which is nothing wrong when it goes in the
Looks
hoop.
like her third point. She's ready with the next shot. Shot is up.
Way to go, Kelly.
Mason both. Here comes Demetra Fisher coming in also, replacing DeSanto. And there goes.
I guess you have to call that, but at this point in the game with 40 seconds left, I'm not sure I would have made that
Careless
call.
turnover going over the line, and off the bench is number 31, Jackie Cresswell. Coming in for Strakowski. It's Cresswell, Kelly, Price, Fisher, and handling the ball, Waite. Waite on the bounce to Price. Price moves in underneath, misses. Price battling ball with Hamilton. Hamilton knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Jackie Waite throwing the ball in again.
Jim, I think there's been a big difference the way Price played the second half compared to the first half.
No
I mean,
question
her
about
movement
that.
to
There
the
she is
basket
again.
and aggressiveness the
Underneath,
second
no
half.
good. Fisher tying up with Hamilton. Possession arrow goes over to Pennridge. Pennridge will put the ball in play. Lady Eagles are up by 14, 30 seconds, and the Lady Eagles have their first win of the year. There is no question about that. Amberly with the ball outside, looks over, shot is launched, no good. Kakalowski battles, no good. Foul's going to be on Waite. That is her first. And Gigi Kakalowski will go in the line. She will be shooting 2. She has 6 points thus far. We're under 20 seconds right now. Kakalowski's going to the line for 2. Lady Eagles featuring tough defense today as they're going to open their league with a win. First win of the year, and you love to get it in a league game. Kakalowski shots off to the left, no good. It's ready with a second. Second shot up. She's got it. 43-30, Norristown. There's Kelly. Kelly goes to Waite. Waite gives the ball back to Kelly. Full court pressure. Kelly bakes it.
3
Breaks
girls
it over
couldn't
to
get
Price.
the ball from Kelly.
Over to Kelly. They need people outside. Over to Waite. Waite comes back to Kelly. Perfectly content to have Kelly handle that ball. Goes under to Price. Price for the shot, no good. At the buzzer, the Lady Eagles come through with their first win. A 43-30 game and a particularly impressive second half showing for the Lady Eagles, Frank.
Yeah, Jim, I'll tell you, a couple things that really impressed me. First of all, their overall good defense, but the way Price is starting to go to the basket now, to take that ball to the hoop, and that's going to make a big difference in the games to come.
I'd like to give you the final statistics for today. For the visiting Pennridge Rams, Jen Hamilton with 8, Amber Lee with 2, Stacy Tiefenthaler with 8, Gigi Kakalowski with 7, Lauren Crutch with 4. for the Lady Eagles as they open and as they find their first win of the year. Leading the way was Tracy DeSanta with 15 points, followed by Jen Price, who came on particularly strong in the second half, knocking down 10 points, and a very impressive performance on her part. Jessica Munson added 7. Nancy Strakowski had 4. Melissa Kelly with 4. And Lardita Rideout finished the scoring with 2. Once again, Lady Eagles with their first win of the year, now 1-0 in their league. A good way to start out a 43-30 victory.
And Jim, their next game is December 13th. It's an away game at William Tennant.